And are we live?
Guess it might be.
It looks live over on this side.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyone? Looks like Bryce. Looks like Jim.
Oh, my dad, huh?
Dad's here?
I says Jim. I don't know. You tell me.
No, Jim and I forget her name. JK.
JK and Escarada. Yep, Jim and Kelly.
Those guys. Now,
see, that's a cool name. That's why it works out.
Bryce says, you have an echo. Yes, we know. We can't figure it out, though.
You think an IT guy could help it. Dang it.
Right. Can someone call IT? All right, let's see if this works out. Better?
I think so.
Guys, give us a second. We're amateurs. Well, some of us are.
I'm a trained professional.
In what?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a professional.
All right, let's see if that's it. Bryce?
Sounds good to me. Let's make this happen.
Oh, it's Bill. St. Louis and Kelly. That's what it is. All right. So us with us today is I'm Brian from Firehead Garage. We got Louie from First Generation Garage and John down at the bottom. He likes being on the bottom. From Vinyl Village Garage / Firebird Restoration Station.
Well, that's what it was.
Can you get that any bigger?
Name up, I guess.
All right, so we're going to talk about first gen FE front conversion. I want to do it. What do I do? How do I make it work?
Or do it the cheaper way. We used to go to the junkyard and any F body or A body, you could steal the spindles and everything off and make it work. That's how I used to do the car before these disc brake kits were available. You get stuff relatively cheap, but you can actually buy a really nice kit now too for reasonable prices. But you just got to check out things like are you running 14-inch wheels, 15-inch wheels? There are different brackets, so that's something you want to look into prior to purchasing if you're going to run a 14-inch wheel.
Well, I have a set of 15-inch rally shoes sitting out back.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be opposed to going into a 15-inch wheel, which means more selection of rubber.
And more
15s?
Yeah, oh yeah. 14s are kind of like a dying breed, I think. There's not many options anymore for 14-inch tires.
Okay, so you're going to tell me to move over to 15-inch rallies, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let me lay down the money for that. What's next?
It's only money. It's like watching a car show on TV. It's not really actually watching a car show. It's watching how you just spend all your money. There's always expensive shows.
And fast.
Kind of like watching golf on TV.
Oh. That could get expensive. Yep, I can't do it. I didn't even live by a golf course. My backyard is backed up to a golf course, and I don't even play.
I want to do a little quick shout out. I Spider Garage. Check him out. He's a local Arizona guy. All right, so 15-inch rims. I need spindles.
Well, most of it's a lot easier just to replace the spindle. That way it all bolts on. All the parts then are, I would say, more commonly available. You could modify your drum brake spindle, I believe, to make them work. Louie knows about that, but I've never done that.
I have one right here.
Oh.
All right, so this started its life as a drum brake spindle. Okay, not no more. Now it's for disc brake spindle. Okay. So for all you guys out there, all right, your bearing on your first gen birds, and like I said in the last show last Friday, I only know first gen birds, so I'm gonna stick to those. The bearing is the same for drum or disc brakes. This bearing is the same. Okay, so you just order for a drum brake spindle bearing, and there you go. Now this is the key right here.
Yes,
All
go
right,
ahead.
the bolt that holds down the backing plate. All right, you have to actually just cut it very, very, very little, for it could be straight. For when you put your rotor is not cocked. It's nice and straight up and down. And if you're scared to cut it to make it straight, you could take it to a machine shop, and it's not expensive at all. They'll just cut it. They have all the machines over there and how to calibrate it. It will come out real nice and straight, and that's it. All right. Now, when I did the GTO some months ago, the guy that I restored that GTO or doctor it up to make it work again, he spent almost $800 with the right stuff on a conversion kit.
Yep.
Now, the funny thing is that I don't know if Jonathan ran into this too himself, but it does not have no backing plate, and it tells you don't need a backing plate
On the rotor.
on the rotor. Zero backing plate. I mean, I found it like no, but yeah, and they sell you that kit for 800 and something bucks, no backing plate, and it's just it's like a spacer that you put inside where the bearing goes. I mean, where this bolt is a spacer, just to make it exactly what I just explained. Your rotor to be nice and straight. So
The kit.
yeah, it's a very expensive kit, 800 and something bucks.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I should go a kit, or I just have it all in one box, or do I want to piece this out?
Well, you've already had, correct?
Say again.
Your car has the power brake booster on it right now?
Yes.
Okay. That is the same. So you can save a few bucks and either get a kit without the booster, I think, or piece it out. But if you needed a booster, buying a kit might be the way to go, but you have some of the part.
Okay.
Or you can just give me all your extra parts. That's fine too.
Yeah.
All my extra parts.
Yeah, whatever you don't want, I'll pile it in here somewhere.
Yeah, I love parts.
Yeah, it was LL Pontiac. L&L Pontiac. Yeah. He's got everything. You just got to ask nicely with a smile.
So funny thing, since I knew that we was gonna speak about this topic tonight, the brake booster in AutoZone, and it's like John explained, doesn't matter if you have drum brakes or disc brakes. The booster is the booster. Just the booster. Master cylinder does change, of course. $115 plus tax.
Wow.
Master cylinder.
No, for the power brake booster. And if you have the core, they give you $30 back.
Nice.
So it's really not that bad if you think about it. Okay. So on the bird that came back from the dead, the 68 Firebird here behind me, this is my next move, and I'm gonna be piecing everything out, because believe me, when you do the math and you put the information on the paper, you save a lot of money. Those kits are so expensive because they basically did the homework for you, I guess. They put everything together and you basically got to bolt everything on and you're done with. But I mean, me, and if you watch my channels, I try to do everything budget friendly, and I really believe that when you piece it out, you save a whole lot more money.
Oh, okay.
So then give me a parts list.
John, you want to hit that up, or
I got 15 rallies. You're getting the new master cylinder.
all right, I have it right here. And then John, if I'm missing something, jump in. All right, so it's your front brake hoses. Okay, you need 2 of them, and when they sell it to you, they don't have a left or a right. They both the same.
And I'm asking for one's off of a 59 Firebird.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that. So for you guys out there that don't know, and watches us to get educated. We all educate ourselves. I learn a little bit from here and there too. That's why we do this YouTube stuff to grow our knowledge, right? I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a good day when you can learn something new to me.
Absolutely.
So if like in Brian's case, if I go to an AutoZone, my local AutoZone, and I'm just using AutoZone because I use them, they local, they're not too far from me.
Right.
And I tell them a 1967 Firebird, you are gonna pay through the nose for those calipers because in 67, Firebird took the Chevy Corvette style of 4-piston calipers, okay? And if you ever ran into the original one, somebody selling them, they want like $1,000 because they was rare. They was rare. I mean, only 67 and early 68 cards also had them on. But so you gotta just ask for a 1969 Firebird. Period. You make believe you have a 69 Firebird, and you give them the whole information. And this is the price today, this afternoon. So these prices are correct as of today. So I told them I have a 1969 Firebird with a 6.6, which is a 400.
Okay.
Which I really do, but you know, it's not for my 69 bird, it's for the 68 bird.
It'll
All
work.
right. Okay, so it's 2 brake hoses. All right. 2 rotors. Remember, you're gonna be using the rotors now. Okay. Calipers. There you are gonna have a right or a left. And
Okay.
please make sure you walk out with a right or a left, because people have messaged me saying that they cannot get a nice pedal. They can't get the system to be bled, and it's because they installed the wrong caliper on the car. So the bleeder, this goes for any car, the bleeder should be pointing up at all times. Okay. Another thing you are going to need is going to be your bearings. Of course, you want to put those brand new. All right. And like I just said before, if you actually look at the parts number, which I have the Holy Grail book when it comes to these part numbers, they the same. It's the same. Okay. You are going to need also the master cylinder. Now, master cylinders are different from disc brakes and drum brakes. All 4. This car was born all 4 drum brake car, and I'm gonna convert it to discs in the front and drums in the back. The bowl is bigger at the front with disc brakes. That's correct, John, right?
It needs more fluid.
Correct, because it needs more fluid. Now, your proportioning valve, I did not find that in AutoZone. I guess they do not sell it.
Probably not.
But it's very cheap if you go online. I found 1,000 of them on eBay, and it explains itself.
Okay.
Disc brakes to drums. Okay, they also have all 4 disc brakes. I don't like these cars all 4 discs, but anyway, it's a free country. You do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? And also the proportioning valve is important, because if you use the wrong one, you might not be having a very nice friendly stopping. Sometimes it don't stop the same.
So for my 7 with drum, I have what I think is a portion valve, but it's not. It's just a distribution block.
Yes, correct.
Different. Okay.
Yes. So, and then let me see. You shouldn't have to do nothing to your hard lines, because I did this conversion kit to my 67 and I ain't had to do nothing to my hard lines, okay? The steel lines. And you will be changing, just like I said, the rubber hose for the front. You got to take out the drum ones and put for calipers. And I think that's about it, right, John?
You would have to cycle the steel for at the rubber end of the hose. Now, the proportioning valve, depending on what style you go with, the aftermarket one combines it all into one. Now, the original disc brake had a different valve there. We'll just slow the master on it. I'm trying to remember how that all worked, the configuration, but it was part of the proportioning valve. The other part was like a distribution block. Yes. Most of your replacement stuff you buy, or the kit you buy, it's all built into a combination valve. It's all together as one piece. So you'll have to, but normally I think those come with the lines that go from the master cylinder to the combination valve, and then your steel line for the front, left, and then right, and your single steel line for the rear would go into that combination valve in the line. So,
Okay. So what's our total?
Yes, that is correct. I have everything except my power brake booster, which I ordered it today. But yeah, I think that's it. And like I said before we got live, if you want to be anal and you're doing a car show and somebody's like looking at your car, Firebird back in the day, 67 to 69, if you have power brakes, you had like a little round emblem and like a trim also that went around your brakes pedal. Okay, your brake pedal will have that, and it actually will say power brakes on it. And people that know about this will see it and be like, why aren't your hood being open? Let's say your hood is closed, and they'll see it. They're like, huh, this guy have power brakes under there. If everything was to be correct and match that envelope.
so I just buy the power brakes.
Yeah.
Skip the rest.
Did I miss you talking about the spindle and the backing plate?
Oh yeah. So the rice stuff, and this was a generic on rice stuff kit. And the reason I say generic, because on the box it said F body, A body. It was a couple of muscle cars there, different types, and it works for all of them, but zero backing plate. And I like the backing plate because, I mean, let's think like a mechanic now. What the backing plate is a shield. It's to protect it. And if you go with the right stuff, you're not gonna have no protection there.
So did Optimus have the backing plates?
They don't sell it with the backing plate. No, 800 and something bucks, and it's missing the backing plate.
That was for the G, right?
That was for the GTO, but they had our cars also, so we could buy that same kit and put it in our cars, in our first gen birds.
Okay. But if I'm doing the piecing out onto AutoZone, can I get the backing plate at AutoZone?
No, but I did see a kit on eBay, spindles. It was spindles, bracket. You need the caliper bracket,
right?
For this conversion kit. Okay, I didn't mention that. That's one thing you do need, and your bearing. So your spindle, your bearings, your bracket for the caliper, and your backing plate. All those except the caliper, your rotor, and the hose, under $200 with shipping included. I think that's the way to go. I might go. That's the way I might just go.
Now that's the difference between 14-inch kit or non-14-inch kit. That's the only piece that's different. I did a video on that once because that caliper mounting bracket, there's two different stampings. And sitting them side by side, you can definitely tell the difference, but without them side by side, it's kind of hard to judge which one's which. But that's the only part that prevents a 14-inch wheel from fitting on.
Correct. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the mounting bracket that makes the difference for 14 or 15.
Yep. And that's what I said. When you order the kit, make sure if you need one for 14, you got to verify which brackets you got. Or if they don't know, I'll have to reference my own video because I can look at them, but I'll tell you, you really just need to look at the side by side to really tell the difference.
So just tell me that go ahead and get those 15 inches out.
And just be done. Yeah.
Great.
Just more money.
More videos.
Yeah, hey, perfect. More videos. We like those.
Yep.
So what's my grand total?
So your grand total, if you're gonna go which way?
Piecing it out one by one.
Piecing it out. To make it nice and simple, you weigh under $800.
Okay.
You go to the right stuff, you're gonna be at $800. And the kit that I use from the right stuff, which was ordered through Summit, No backing plate, zero. I mean, it drove me crazy. So I called them. That's why I'm telling you, I know. I called them. They put a tech support. They put me through tech support, and they said, no, it's not. You don't need it. Yo, okay.
Well, yeah. There's always extra bolts left over when you don't need those. John, how many cans of Mountain Dew is back there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Avoid the problem.
How many cans did you find?
Mine don't come in cans. Mine come in bottles.
I got kids drinks. You got adult drinks.
So W. Wilder knives backing plates are about $5 a piece. Is that right, sir?
I never bought them individually. I'll be honest with you. Never.
Okay.
Never. I was lucky. I was lucky that a fan, also a gentleman that I help out a lot. You know, if you message me, I will get back to you.
$50.
Yeah, and he was nice enough to send it to me. I mean, dirt cheap. I mean, I think I just pay shipping because of all the help I have helped him. He was like, dude, I can't charge you, just pay the shipping and we call it even. So I actually was able to have original backing plates and the bracket and all that stuff, and it's in great condition. So that's what I'm going to use for this car here. But I never bought them. I never bought them separate.
Okay. So under $800.
Yes, if you piece it out, it's still under $800.
All right. So take the wife to dinner, buy her a new dress, get her hair done. Then I can buy it.
There you go. And guess what? You won't be in the doghouse.
No, that's like $2,000.
There you go.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else more to talk about?
Well, you was talking about the death spring. A lot of people are scared of that spring. So Jonathan knows that the 67 in my collection is probably the only bird I would never get rid of. Because it's a really close attachment to me. I made 20 years this October with this car, and I was 22 years old at that time that I purchased the car, and it was my school. I learned everything there, you know. And me and John, when he comes here to Pennsylvania, we always talk and stuff like that. Like, we really had to learn through trial and error. Because when me and him got into these birds, there was barely information out there. I mean, barely. I kept running into Camaro and I was getting frustrated because Firebird was so slim, okay? And I learned all that stuff, that brake convergence stuff, because she wasn't, you know, power brakes and all that kind of stuff. So I really think that if you piece it out, you're much better that way.
Okay.
You know, then.
And what about
like, I don't. Excuse me?
What about those springs of death?
And the spring of death, if you read those old Shilton books, you remember those?
The what?
The Shilton books?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I actually have an original one for our cars.
It says don't do it.
They literally tell you use a chain and chain it up to the frame of the car.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, you're supposed to do that. I'll be honest with you. I never did it. Well, there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it.
You have a few choices, because if you're only changing the spindle, your shock is still going to be in the center of that spring. You're not going to undo the shock. It's going to help hold the spring in place. And even then, you can still support or keep that spring partially compressed by leaving your jack under the control arm. Still have a jack standing in the frame, but you can still keep that spring under tension. Just smack the spindle loose and leave the shock and the jack underneath that thing. Swap the spindle out and back together.
Okay.
Yep. And that's exactly how I've been doing it since then. Just put the jack under there for it could take the load, that pressure. And you know, you're not gonna release that jack for it to go down like really fast. No, you take your time. Nice and slow. Stay out of the way, of course.
Okay.
Stay out of the way and nice and slow. A long crowbar helps to fish it out. you know, but that's about it.
Okay. All right. I'll make sure I'm not drinking that day.
And it's a funny thing, you know, we're talking about spring. I think I shared this with Jonathan when he was doing the Great Pumpkin. I actually used in my 67, I use convertible springs.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
like different.
Yeah, there's a lot of springs out there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, depending who you buy it from, they don't even have that much information out of there. They don't know, they really don't know what to tell you.
Nope.
They just tell you, do you have your debit card ready? That's it.
Yeah, those don't work. I'll tell you another set.
Yeah, but I know this because the convertibles and an AC cars also. Let's think about this. If you had an AC convertible car plus those cocktail shakers, that's a lot of extra weight from a regular car, a regular coupe.
350 pounds.
Woo, yeah. Non-AC, basically something like this. I mean, you're comparing, you know, bananas and apples. You know what I mean when it comes to weight. So if you want that nice stiffness, more stiffness and stuff like that, you could use an AC car spring. Okay. Yeah. I have learned that, and it works beautifully in the beginning. Since it's brand new, she might look like a gasser for a little bit. You know, the nose a little bit up.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
this one is a little bit. Yeah, but you drive it, and as she works his way in, it starts getting level.
Okay. All right, then. I did buy new springs for the front end. So
yeah, I'm only mentioning springs because I believe, you know, the easiest way is that while you're in there, change all that stuff out. You know,
I think it might just that spring, maybe,
and get it over with.
Drop it down.
Only mine.
What,
You want a low rider bird?
6 inches? Right? That's 6 inches.
I'm gonna leave that.
All right. I did get the progression ignition in the car today.
Oh, nice.
And sure, it's running better. It's not overheating anymore. But let me see here. It's cool because you can like sit in your car and adjust everything.
It's like Kit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got some nice rider stuff going on here, Firebird.
That's right. Right. So that got done. Hopefully, I'll do a video on that this week and be out next Friday. Because I won't be able to do a video live next Friday. So we have some family stuff to take care of up north, and got to take care of that stuff.
Yep.
But I have that video ready. And John, you said you have something?
Well, I've decided to sell one of my children. when your parents say they're going to play you to the zoo because you had a lion, you know, because I was a bit of a wild child. You know? No, but one of my kids it's time to send it down to a new home. My Project Let Go, which I've had for 20 years, I listed it for sale. I'm going to send it down the road. My daughter loves that car. She came home from the hospital and broke her in, right? Brought her into the world, riding in a Pontiac. But we promised we probably would never sell it, but an opportunity came up that just kind of trumped that deal. So it has to be pretty impressive and pretty important. Even she agreed, Dad, we need to sell the car. So I had her permission, so it's been listed for sale now. It's on the Bookface Marketplace, and I've already had some offers. Well, I'm watching it right now. My screen keeps popping up my phone. Someone's trading me a Chevy 210 for it.
No.
Now, if it was like a 1956 or 57 Pontiac, I might think about it. But everybody knows the Let Go is for sale, but you may be asking why. Well, you just have to stay tuned. I've been leaking some things out, but you'll be seeing it really soon.
I'm eager to find it.
Yep, I'm going to go more and more broke buying these cars and doing this stuff.
Yeah, it's only money.
It's money. It's fine.
Just go back to work on Monday.
Yeah, it's fine.
What?
I was collecting those around the garage here before we started. And I was like, that might be a problem. I may have an addiction.
You think?
Yeah. It's kind of like a pyramid, but better.
I think the pyramid needs to be wider.
I'm working on it. Don't you worry. There's still some more over here.
Yeah, just up like the chimney.
Yes.
Louis, what's the temperature in PA?
Today it went up to 80 degrees. Yeah.
Last week you had on a parka, a scarf, and
46 last
Making
week.
snowmen.
Oh yeah, it was cold.
what's Indy like?
Well, it got hot today here too. We hit 82 or 81 or something like that. So it got warm. It's been cold. So it's actually kind of nice little heat wave. But I suspect this is probably our last one day. That garage door is going to be shut.
Oh, yeah.
We're working on. You can't really see it behind me. That's the new project here at the Mile Village garage. I haven't really released that yet, but yeah, it's nice.
Is that a bluebird?
Hmm?
Is that the bluebird?
Oh yeah, yep. That's the one that I sold. Now it's come back. And we're going to give it a once over because the pumpkin there is done. So it's kind of. I'm going to miss that car, but I'm ready for some new adventures. So.
New adventures. I like it.
Yeah, and I like new adventures when it's somebody else's running, so it seems better.
Especially after today's video on dollar amounts.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good one right there.
That means I have to
It's
go through my
really,
pocket.
yeah. I mean, I think it's really, really, really important that if you're gonna get into this hobby, try to learn as much as you can.
Do it yourself.
Because yes, you will save a lot of money. I remember as a kid, I wanted to always do this with my dad. My dad being a mechanic, but he was like, "Oh, Louis, restoring old cars like for rich people." You know what I mean? And well, I proved my daddy wrong because I'm not rich and I got a couple of them.
Yep.
But I had to build my skills and I had to learn everything.
A lot of it the hard way too.
And yep, exactly. And the hard way, you trial and error, so much our mistakes. Now you guys don't have to go through it. Just watch our show and you're good to go.
I like that. Watch the show and good to go. Bring a little jingle to it.
Yeah.
I'm stealing it. It's mine.
I like that.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, it's been 30 minutes. We went over the full display conversion.
Yep.
I think I'm going to hand tackle it, put it together myself instead of buying a kit.
We forgot one important piece
What?
that almost nobody knows about this. I kind of made it publicly known now, right, John?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on. I think I have it right here. Yeah, I do.
Those are like gold. I think they're still on back order.
This is an original one.
Yep.
Okay. Even the original hardware that hoses it.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Dun, dun. That's missing.
You don't have it?
Yep. And no
That
service.
car had a small brake pedal on it originally, though, didn't it?
Yeah. So one of our watchers that live near me in Glendale, Arizona, who donated us a gas tank that Lou's getting.
Thank you.
This here came from him as well. But missing a few.
They disc brake.
Well, I tell you what, if you see that trim, the trim you have around that pedal, I think I saw a trim. I believe I saw a trim.
Yeah, there's a chrome trim.
Well, there you go. That gives it away. It wasn't a power brake pedal.
So this will be a standard pedal.
It will be for manual brakes.
Yep.
Okay. Can I buy this?
Yes, you could buy the rubber and the trim. I put it on my 67.
Okay.
All right, but this piece right here, guys, Jonathan made a video of it, and believe it or not, I even think it was one of the first videos about this bracket and the existing of YouTube. He brought it up, and Jonathan gave his buddy a call because I don't know. He thinks I have all the answers, which I don't.
We're just sharing the knowledge.
But Jonathan, yeah, and that's how it goes. I don't know something, I call him, he calls me if I'm not that sure. But Jonathan really brought this up, and he said, Louis, have you ever seen this on a car? Because I have it here in the Great Pumpkin.
Yep.
And I said, absolutely, all my birds have them. So if you had a power brakes car only, doesn't matter if it was drums or 4 or disc brakes, it did have that.
Yep.
And why? Because your braking switch, your light switch, it won't reach. So this gives it a little bit more to reach, and everything will work. All the lights in the back will work when you're pressing that brake.
Now I wonder if my smaller pedal has it on there.
Well, that car was automatic originally, so someone swapped the pedal and probably didn't notice it, and it got ditched. But I would check the small pedal, but I bet you it's not on there.
Yeah.
Right.
So somebody put like a standard, right? Somebody put what, 4-speed pedal or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to get on anything.
Yep. So it's actually not that hard to make. I think Jonathan was making one, right? John?
3 of them. I have my pilot somewhere.
Well, there you go. Your buddy will send you one.
Yeah, I'll find one.
Yep.
Now,
Because it's true what
What?
it's true what Jonathan said. Nobody is selling them right now.
They're on
Nobody.
back order everywhere.
Yep. This was months, right, John? Months back.
It's been quite some time ago. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So you 3D printed those, John?
I've got a diagram somewhere. If someone sent to me how to basically cut it out, where to make the folds and everything, it's a real nice diagram. I've got it uploaded somewhere. I'll find it. I can probably post it.
Lake and Lodge Garage.
Okay.
Michael from Lake and Lodge Garage. I shared that also with him, and he also made a video. So now we have 2 videos out there. John being the first one to broadcast it out there, which he's 100% right. He had grief, I remember, from one viewer. Like he did not believe it.
Yeah.
But John proved his point. And for the archives out there, for people to really know is it really exists, is also in that parts book that I'm talking about that I have. And so I proved it to this gentleman that makes these pictures and puts the part number next to it and shows the audience that it really existed. This is something that we did not make up. It really was there from original. And my 67 Firebirds in one of those pictures, the pedal, because of the bracket.
But I'll have to reach out to somebody in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Maybe a case of Mountain Dew.
That'll do it.
Yeah, he loves that stuff, huh?
All right, boys. Anything else?
I think we're good.
Because I'm empty.
Well, I am too, because they're over here.
And Louis drinking water.
I drink coffee, a lot of coffee.
Coffee.
Ask John, I barely sleep.
Yeah, okay. I need my beauty with. I got to get my sleep.
I'm going to send you some coffee.
He'll drink it. It's gone.
Oh yeah, I love coffee. I love coffee.
Yeah.
For you guys out there that are struggling and cannot, let's say you're gonna do the same conversion Brian is about to do, I'm about to do, and you guys cannot figure that bracket, the bracket that I just showed you guys and I spoke about. John has a video, a nice video explaining that bracket at Vinyl Village Garage. What you need to do is the brake light switch, you have to buy a longer one. You cannot buy a standard, like, matching first gen Firebird, because it's not gonna reach. You're gonna struggle. So just a help out there, because people that don't know, they're gonna be pulling their hair out, like I say, trying to figure this stuff out. But if you just get a little longer one, it will work.
So you're telling us size matters?
All the time, buddy. If they say it don't, they're just trying to make you feel good.
Oh man. No.
Yeah, that's why I never complain about my height. I'm a short guy, but God bless me, you know.
Mm-hmm. Dang it, kids.
This was a G-rated show.
Oh, it still is. Nothing was wrongly
Now
said.
it's going down.
It's
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this next quest to get rid of drums in the front and put some disc in the front,
Yes.
so I don't feel like I have to have 3 car lengths behind the car in front of me.
Yep. It'll stop much more gooder.
Much more gooder.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It'll be nice to drive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. All right.
Mhm.
Anything else?
I think we're good.
We're good.
So,
All right, gentlemen. Then I shall see you not next Friday because I'll be doing some personal stuff.
next one.
But the week Friday after that, which I
Friday
think
after next.
is it a holiday?
Sure.
Not yet. Not yet.
It's
No.
always a party.
Well, bring your Valvoline. I like 2050
Great.
with zinc.
Must. I've done some experimenting. Bad things happen.
Goes down quick.
Yep.
All right, boys. I'll see you next time.
All
See you next
right.
time, guys.
Laters.